Yeah.
Okay.
You're on.
Should I make you a host?
Should I make you a-
Yeah. And maybe if Dave's computer is working.
Recording in progress.
What if Joan's in town hall? She's not in town hall, is she? Oh, she is.
Yeah.
I was trying to see that she's behind her. I thought she was in the office.
No, the whole room is covered with historical pictures now.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah, I heard it was beautiful. I heard Sue Dillon.
Excellent.
She's very nice. She's very efficient. She's
Definitely an asset to town.
really great. She also seems, yeah, very neutral and just doing her job. And
She's
making
trying.
it better.
Okay, it says you're the
Oh,
host.
I use will come on. Yeah, they got a tough angle over there. I like it just right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they are. That's what I wanted.
Must have talked to that still in, right?
No, I was like,
Yeah, I have to say it's been worse lately. I've had a lot of, if I'm FaceTiming, freezing, and I never had that before.
Could be wet and we've had a lot.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is it for us?
Could
No.
be.
He's on his own hotspot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
In the
do you want to just let?
So what would be the host or?
Yeah, see, Joanna keeps freezing.
The problem is if the public doesn't have access, we can't have the meeting. That's so I don't.
It is like a seance. Can you hear me? I can't see you. Make yourself known.
So the issue now. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably a
If we
That's
have
what
to
I think,
cancel.
because the internet is fine. I'm using the internet just fine. Which is, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Zoom has had problems, right?
I was fine today. I had a Zoom call.
I don't think we can have the meeting.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I'm gonna try and do Zoom support.
Okay. Otherwise, I mean, we could do a meeting that's only virtual. That would be, you know.
Can they hook up to the
I can't
library?
do tomorrow night, but I could do Friday night. I hate to say it, but
I can't do Friday night. Yeah.
I do Monday night too.
I can do Monday night.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else. But we don't even have a meeting, right? So I think we could do that Thursday too.
Oh, true. Okay.
Go, we continuing. I don't know if she's hearing you. She didn't seem to be hearing it.
Yes. And I'm
Well, I
not muted.
texted Joanna and she answered me. I told her she was freezing, but I don't think she's hearing it. I'm sure one of them continues no more.
We can't have. I don't know what else.
I've never had trouble. This is gonna be because of the hybrid deal, because either all on or all off. I didn't have trouble
Yep.
today with Zoom. It was people everywhere.
Now, I think it's probably the hookup. I know that sometimes it's easier if you go on the library, you know, you get the whatever
Yeah,
connection you can get from the library. Don't ask me what the password is. I don't know.
are they,
But
is there any building you think feeding off of something else, or they have their own?
it is. There are two things that they can do. One is the library and one is something with the town.
Okay. I wonder if they can see us at all.
I don't know. I just sent an email
I'm
to
texting
Mike.
David, but he's on his
Danielson.
phone, obviously. Can you see us? Joanna texted me back, the internet isn't working here, that's all she said.
Oh, okay. Well, there is the library, but I don't.
Can you see us? Question mark. Well, what Joanna's saying, and I get it, is if it doesn't go smooth at the right time in the right place. what are you
Right,
gonna do? It was advertised as a hybrid, I guess.
it was. Yep,
Okay, so David's saying they can't see us.
oh,
And my hairs came out now and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? Look, the sun is hitting my lady justice just perfectly at this hour, right?
that's
All
it,
this staging
it.
and for nothing.
for
Really.
nothing.
Oh, David can, okay. What a shame. My hair's perfect.
There you go. And my idiot dog, stop. Oh,
Is he big? Oh, he's bigger. Oh, he's bigger. I'm in the market for a little one if you know of any.
The internet and Zoom.
I'll keep my ears open.
Okay.
Oh, there's Anthony. Except he's on David
Yeah.
Paolissi's.
21st meeting. To order at 7:22. Order at 7:22.
Oh,
7:22.
David, you're muted. Just unmute.
We'll have a call to order.
We'll have a call to order.
Just did that. We'll have a roll
Just
call.
did that, and we'll have a roll call.
Mike Carpenter. Hillary.
Muted.
I see her. I see her. David.
Muted.
David. David. Anthony.
Here.
Me too. Okay.
Approval of minutes for
Have approval of minutes for the June 16th, 2021.
That's correct.
That's corrected. Have a second. Second.
Favor.
Second.
I'm sorry.
Favor.
Let's see. Mike. Let's see. Hillary.
Can you hear?
Hillary.
Kind of, sorta.
You can hear.
I can hear.
Hillary.
She's frozen.
Hillary.
I think she's frozen.
I can hear you. It's not frozen.
I'm
I'm not frozen for you, maybe for them.
David, can I keep going?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
David, George,
Aye.
George, Anthony,
Aye.
you too,
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna move the
Public hearing on Martin's Auto. I want to do the,
David Paolissi.
above that one, that'll be quicker, and then David could participate with us a lot easier. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, he can have his group going. David will be recusing himself. On the public hearing, procedure, any person who wishes to speak is signed in with her name and address. Be placed on the roll. All questions and statements must be addressed to the board. There'll be no cross talk in the audience. Once the applicant is ready, chair will hear from the applicant first. It is the applicant's burden to present evidence supporting his request. The presentation must be clear to the point. After the applicant has completed his or her presentation, and the board has asked questions to their satisfaction, the hearing will be open to the public. Once all testimony is heard, the board will close public comment and wrap up the discussion. The chair will then accept motions to approve the applicant along with the required findings, facts, and conditions. The board reserves the right to postpone decisions until the next regularly scheduled meeting. Okay, do we have someone here for the applicant?
Yes.
Renee is on, but I'm not sure she can.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I'm going to continue until someone tells me they can't hear me. Renee Bevilacqua. I am a Rhode Island attorney. I represent DP Properties LLC and David Paolissi. We have submitted a very detailed
Someone want to put it louder so.
So wait. So why I can mine on really loud, but you'll have those others.
I'm muting mine, I just can't hear it right now, so I'm trying to pull it up, but it's.
Hey, how do you mute yours?
Turn the volume to, yeah. No, you have to also turn the volume.
Okay.
No, that's just muting his microphone. You should leave his microphone on, but just turn the volume down. You should leave his microphone on, just turn the volume down. All right,
All right, I'm getting that I may continue. So I'm here to represent DP Properties, who is the
Is that
owner.
your tablet?
Okay. Am I good, guys? Can you hear me?
I'm not even on.
Go ahead, Renee.
Okay. So I'm not going to repeat what is in the petition to the town council. We are here for a recommendation from the planning board. In your packet tonight, I see that the department sent you a report, and I would just address the factors in 1 through 4 to say, 1, that the use permit. What is in the petition to the council from the planning board? I see that I sent you a report, and I would just address the factors in 4 to say what is absolutely appropriate that existing public facilities and roadway being Route 6, major arterial highway, not be affected at all by this return to a GBM zone, and that the proposed amendment is consistent with the existing community, that it's the best interest of the town and the property owner to allow the return
Mike's
to
probably
GBM. Sorry, who's laughing? We can all hear each other fine.
I know.
Renee.
This is crazy. I'm gonna mute. I can't help but laugh.
All right, hold on.
I think they have to mute all but one computer.
I agree. All but the speaker.
That-
I'm gonna
That's
do
how we
that.
normally do it. That's how we've done it before. Could only have one computer on.
Hold on.
I didn't realize
Right.
in the last hearing, I had mine on for some reason and I didn't even know it was on and it was like gobbledygook.
Okay, I just texted him. See if
No,
I can get.
I'm not.
We have shut them all off. Nope, it should be fine now.
Okay,
Something else.
that's much better.
What's the volume?
We'll just-
We have this in court too. You'd all but the speak. And the door.
I think the council, yeah, the council sets it up so they just have one computer that they kind of sit in the middle, and that one has the audio on.
People are just up, we're all getting near each other. Okay. There's too many phones and too many computers on top of each other, and that's what's causing that reverberation.
I think that's the one that's.
Yeah.
No, you can't shut that off because that's the only one that has the good internet. Yeah. He has the hotspot.
So one of them is mine, one of them.
Well, the problem was his volume wasn't loud enough. Yeah.
So let's try it.
When Joanna is not freezing, I can hear her really well. Giving it a shot. Yeah, I'm glad
Glad I'm
I'm
home.
here, but I could have done this from there. I should have been there, right?
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Okay, can you hear us, Renee?
Yes.
Okay, you want to try that again, Ms. Bevilacqua?
Absolutely. From the top or that last section?
Whatever you want.
From the top.
From the top, Renee.
Renee, we couldn't hear
Okay.
you.
Hi, Helen. I know that was Helen. Renee Bevilacqua, I represent Deep Properties, LLC, and David Paolissi. We are here on a petition for an amendment to a zoning and in front of the planning board because that petition to the town council for public hearing requires a planning board recommendation. I will not reiterate the entire petition. I am looking though and examining the factors that you need to evaluate, which is in your packet because it was written by the planning department. And I would just address briefly those factors. In your subsection C on perhaps the third page, your factors are going to be whether the use permitted by the proposed amendment is appropriately affected area. And for that, I want to point you to the fact that it once was a GBM, that the largest abutter to the west, who is not David Paolissi, is a GBM, that the largest abutter to the east is David Paolissi now, that there is no objection because his property is in comparison with that is compatible with that, that the use that we are proposing after is compatible with the entire area. Addressing factors 2 and 3, you have a major artery on Route 6. Certainly the road utilities are not going to be affected by the proposed use, the amendment, and it would promote a development and an attractiveness and a neatness in the area that is amenable to the comprehensive plan, and I think should be desirable by the.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for? No questions?
Are we, at this point, are we, from,
Just talk loud.
at this point, are we just simply discussing the rezoning?
Yeah.
No, plan for building.
That's,
Correct.
ours is just a recommendation to the council, get back to GBM. And then they'll come back and hopefully the internet works and whatever. We can do it a lot more.
I think we'll be live. We will
Right.
certainly be live at a public hearing before the council on this. So.
Any discussion from the public? Okay, do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
The motion is to recommend
Yes.
the zone change.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Mike.
Aye.
Hillary,
Aye.
thank you. Yay. David is recused. George?
Aye.
Anthony?
Aye.
Me too. Okay, that motion carries 5-0.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, and
And
may
now
we be excused.
Of course.
now we can move on. David, you can jump back in.
So they can see.
Oh, sure.
And then, yeah, all right.
Now, does George have to recuse himself from
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, and he isn't about it.
Okay. Next on the agenda will be a public hearing on 150B Danielson Pike, commercial site plan, Partners Auto.
So Anthony, this is Mike Antonellis, the planner speaking. Before the petitioner begins, I'm just going to confirm that all public hearing notices were sent out to abutters and advertised appropriately. All the materials were submitted and accepted. So we are good from an administrative standpoint.
Did we get any returns yet?
We got all the returns.
And everything was okay?
Yes.
That's good. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, the rest of the board. My name is William Wynn. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, which for the application for commercial site plan review concerning the conversion of a residential building on premises to office space. It's basically going to be designed to remedy the situation we presently have with this temporary trailer to create a more permanent structure for the office building, while also creating a better and safer flow of traffic around the property and give us a little bit of room inside there as well to work and move. With me today is Commonwealth engineer to walk you through your application and be able to answer any questions you have, as well as Mark Davis, obviously the owner, and Tim in developing this project. I'm not the chair myself. I'm not going to waste any more time, but I will offer them to bring you through the project. We're all here for questions, to be able to answer any questions that you have. Otherwise, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Smith.
For the record, Timothy Behan, professional engineer, with the firm Powell Engineers, Providence, Rhode Island. We'll talk through the two plan sheets we have. This first sheet I colored, everybody can see. Big sites in outline, zones. If it's yellow, it's the business mixed use zone. If it's white, it's the agricultural residential zone. So this is the subject property. This is Danielson Pike, and this is Snagwood Drive. Zoom in into the property. Property line is the blue line once again, just to get your bearings here. This is Route 6. This is Snagwood Drive down here. Off-site, we have some wetlands. That's what this color is over here. And just go through the existing conditions. We have an old storage barn area back here. We've got the auction building here, which is primarily garage space where the vehicles can drive through. We have the temporary trailer, is this orange building. We have an existing 4-bedroom residence here. We have the 2-bedroom Quonset hut here, and we have a single-family residence situated here. The majority of the lot, if you're all familiar with it, it's gravel parking area. where they hold the auctions and store the vehicles. The proposal to tonight is to do the temporary trailer and convert this 4-bedroom residence into the office space. Essentially, that's the project. To do that, we're changing the use of this structure. DM is going to require us to investigate what the septic systems are out there. I've already done that. This building and the buildings over here are on dated septic systems, we call them. They predate the regulations prior to 1968. So they need to be upgraded. So we're proposing a system here. We're going to tie in that new septic system. We've allocated parking inside the facility. Cars have to come inside the facility and park along this area here to get to the new building. We also have ADA spot that would be situated on the existing driveway, which is off Snagwood Drive. Other than that, pretty basic, and we're also proposing some evergreen planting just to separate the office building from the existing 1-bedroom building, which would be situated at this location here.
It would also probably be helpful to mention that all of the landscaping and other items that were required on our previous conditional plan approval have been completed. The plantings have occurred along the Sackal line, and this is before we've asked for this permission.
Kim, I'm sorry, I missed where the access for the non-handicapped was.
The access to for parking for the
Yeah.
non-handicapped,
Yeah.
the access would be through the entrance off Route 6.
Yeah. Okay,
Into the facility to get to the parking areas.
thank you.
And the Quonset hut and the other unit there, those are gonna remain the same?
The Quonset hut's going to be removed.
Okay,
This 1-bedroom dwelling is going to remain.
okay,
The Quonset hut,
that's probably a good thing, yeah.
When's that Quonset hut going to be removed? When you start this whole project?
is there?
Yes, that is the goal. There's one wrinkle with regards to timing is that it is presently occupied. Once the individual leaves or is otherwise convicted, we'll be able to obviously take down that home, but that's the plan, is to try and get it down.
I don't want to be biased or have an opinion or an attitude towards you guys, but there's been a lot of talk on the street about this planning board and how we handled you people the last time, which I don't think we handled you pretty bad the last time. I think we told you what you needed to do. And then I guess you didn't do the project the way you wanted to do. You changed at the last minute. Purchasing the land next door and expanding.
I just wasn't talking.
You remember it now?
Yep.
Okay, so that was taken off the table at that point. It could be a business decision, it could be whatever, but it was put out there that the planning board wasn't acceptable to doing business in Foster. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these are professionals, so I don't know that.
But no,
What you're alluding
no,
to
hold on,
anything
Joanne,
that-
hold on. They're professionals representing a client that lambasted the planning board in public and in print in the Observer. Okay? So I'm just bringing that up now. You're telling me the landscaping has been completed. That was a year ago almost that we discussed the landscaping and to do that. When was it last? When? November. We just finished one yesterday and one last week. Correct. So it is finished. We didn't put a time limit on it, which is our mistake. Okay, but it did go a long time. And just the perception of finishing what you guys were asked to do the day before you come in front of us with another proposal. It's just,
And I can appreciate.
Okay, just to me, it looks like, okay, I'm being straight up,
And I
okay,
appreciate
telling you
that.
exactly how I feel.
I absolutely appreciate that. I can understand where you're coming from. I don't take umbrage with it. I get what you're saying. With regards to the timing on the landscaping, it was in November, so to be planting throughout December and the winter.
I got that. No, I understand that.
You know, so it's gonna take some time.
I understand
You gotta
that.
bring people up and get them there.
I
I can
understand.
appreciate that it's coming, we're trying to move this project forward,
Listen,
trying to make sure it's safe.
I told you guys and asked you guys the first time, the planning board is all business. That's what we want. We're excited that you guys are doing business and you're doing it well, and it's great for everybody. And that we are not here to make it difficult for you by no means. I guess that's basically what I'm trying to get across. This planning board is not here to make it difficult for you. We are here to help you in any way you can, and we want to move this forward, and we want Route 6 to be the way it should be. Okay? Understood. And I think now time it's up to you guys come in and try to change that road. That will help what we're looking for. Okay, so unfortunately somebody lives in it, but I don't know how. Now the questions to what you guys are doing. How many parking spaces are you guys planning on next to that house for the office space? Do you have a number of?
Yeah, the calculation is on the plan. It requires, I believe, 10 spaces. Yeah, 10 spaces required. I mean, we're showing what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. And there's also spaces over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in front of that building.
And the access is not going to be on other than handicap.
Yes, this is actually fenced off over here. So you're forced to come in through the Route 6 entrance to get to that spot.
Okay. So we're not going to really try to, obviously, you know, I get it. Okay, I mean, my concerns are just that, is not to interfere with the rest of what's going on, the other neighbors, inner neighbors. I had a constituent call and told me to mention the lighting is not at 100% knocked down. If we can try to straighten that issue out, that would make everyone happy.
When you say not 100%.
They adjusted them, but according to some of the neighbors that called me, the lights are still kind of bright and so forth. So if we can just
Absolutely.
turn them down or whatever. And that's not a do that or yeah, it's that's just, I'm just bringing it out here because I don't get to come see you guys say a letter just so we can do it. Anybody have any questions for it's either or, Helen?
It seems to me that by removal of the trailer and replacement of the offices with a permanent building, that they are actually coming into compliance.
Yes. If I heard you right.
I think so.
Yeah, the trailers will be gone.
Further into compliance. Yes.
Correct. And gives you guys more parking. I mean, it's a great move. It's very understandable what you're trying to do. I think it's a good move. Anybody from the public have any?
I need to announce myself.
Yeah, please.
My name is George Sackal. I'm in a butter. I'm on the planning board, but I'm speaking not as a planning board member, but solely as a neighbor in the butter. A simple question. I mean, I think it's in the plan. You don't plan on removing any of the existing grass to accomplish this, trying to put more pavement in, right?
No.
Right. I mean, that and one of the constituents who worry about lighting, you guys have invested with them directly. I mean, other than that, that's my big concerns of the lighting, and I don't want to, take more grass lands away, because I got some pretty serious, when you watch them down, we've had quite the rainy season. There's some really serious runoff up and down into Payne Brook. It's serious runoff. So I'm concerned with the overpaving and doing more damage in that sense.
They will have to, when they go to zoning is going to have to give them, when you guys bring that to zoning is going to have to make the recommendations for their runoff and some drains and your septic and so forth and so on. It's not going to be typical. We're going to take the roof down and do our
do the things ourselves. It's gonna be done the right way. Yeah. I'm all into aesthetics. I really don't care what somebody does, as long as it looks nice. Okay. Is there a little bit of a landscape plan around that office and so forth that
Yes,
we're gonna do?
yep, and it's factored in the greenery right along Snagwood, as well as circling background to make sure that, one, it is going to be aesthetically similar to the residential flair of that building previously, even though it's going to be an office building. But then you're going to have that landscaping be able to block from Snagwood as well as from the other residential building on the other side on James.
It's on the plans.
Yeah, I can wish you guys luck.
I appreciate that.
Anyone else from the public? No? Any other questions, discussion? I have a motion.
Hold on a second, let's skip if anybody's online, let's give them a chance to catch up.
And what would the motion?
A recommendation.
Just give a motion to approve this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Motion to approve the commercial site plan for part of our option as presented this evening.
Second.
No, you didn't.
What happened?
You can't say.
Oh, no, no, I'm asking for a second.
I'm sorry, so who seconded?
David.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Did the board want to include the suggested conditions of approval? I know there was
Oh, yeah.
I spoke with the applicant prior to the meeting. There was just some concern about tying certificate of occupancy. There might be issues they're trying to fix that might complicate. I totally understand. We can, I would suggest just striking that condition, and the removal of the Quonset hut is labeled as such on the plan. So if that Quonset hut doesn't come down at all, I mean, it would be a violation of the approval here tonight.
Can lighting,
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to amend the motion, and we'll do
Yeah.
discussion.
as a neighbor, can lighting be put in there? I know they had intent to do it since November, you know, we shut off at least. If motion lights were put in, I'm sure. Steve, the neighbors who speak. I'm sure. Well, no. That's all I want to see.
Can't hear anybody.
I can hear whoever that is.
We can hear each other just
We
fine.
can hear each other, you know.
We could start talking about them now or something. Oh, Lordy.
Kind of defeats the purpose of the meeting, though.
I can hear the wood rush outside, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Bro,
Far from perfect.
You think we're what, a year and a half into Zoom meetings? By now, we should we should have it down. I don't know. Oh, well.
All right, if I'm unmuted, go for it.
This is unbelievable.
Is it okay? Hillary?
Are we voting? Yes?
I can't, well, I can't hear her.
Hillary, go ahead.
No, I said aye. Aye.
Thank you, David.
Aye.
Anthony? Me too. Okay, so that's fine.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so back to the main motion.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, Mike.
Aye.
Aye.
She's frozen.
I'm not
She said-
muted. I said aye.
Okay, we can lip read her. Okay, thank you. David,
Aye.
accused Anthony,
Aye.
and me too. Okay, so that carries 5-0.
I don't want to do that to these guys. Come on forward, so we have a try to say. We'll try to jump in now.
Joanne is frozen at an inopportune time.
Were there any?
I have not heard anything from any butters for anything that was on tonight, which is surprising.
I just don't.
Not heard anything from any butters for anything that was on tonight, which is surprising.
Chris Cabral, are you on? Can you hear and can you?
Chris Cabral, are you on?
Yep, hello, I'm on here. I'm not sure if you can hear me though.
I can hear you just fine. Yeah, Chris, can you put your camera on?
It would be very good so that we don't get kicked.
Okay, Chris, and then
Chris,
what I'll do is Chris, if you could just be very brief. We're gonna try and get this going as quick as possible because our internet seems to be jumping in and out.
Okay, I'll be super quick.
Ready, Anthony? Ready, Anthony? Yeah, let's move it fast so that we don't. Yeah,
Okay.
let's move it fast so that we
Okay. Minus subdivision 31 Hartford Pike, applicant Amelia and Paolissi. Do we have any representatives from your Paolissi? Okay, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Make a statement there.
Nick,
Mr.
did
Izzi, let
you
us know what you
want to
wanna
make a
do.
statement, or did you want to just turn it right over to your? Or did you want to just turn it right over to your engineer?
Either or, it's pretty straightforward. Chris can start if you like.
Okay, so Chris Cabral is representing you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Chris Cabral. I'm a professional engineer from Crossman Engineering. I'm not sure if you guys have a paper copy of the plans we submit.
Wait one
Hold on,
sec.
Chris, hold
We're
on.
getting.
All right.
Is that better? Yes. So Mr. Hammond currently owns a 48-acre property off of Route 101, about a mile south of Pontiac High. He's looking to subdivide out about 37 acres of it to a relative of his, Amelia and Kyle Izzi. Kyle's present today. There's wetlands on the property. There's an existing driveway that crosses the wetlands today for the portion of lands that Mr. Hammond's looking to give to Kyle Izzi. 10 acres of the parcel will remain in Don's ownership, and he'll continue to reside on the property. At least that's my understanding. It's a pretty simple, straightforward family 2-lot subdivision. There's really no unique. I'll have information that they'd like to share about them. We can't hear anything on Zoom of what's happening live, so there may be a disconnect here.
I mean, I can do my.
I got my microphone on right now.
All right, so Anthony, can you ask your question again?
Where exactly is this located? Give me a landmark.
Yep, so it's the barn with the flag on the roof about quarter mile east of Pontiac Road.
Okay. On 101. basically.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It's not an actual flag, it's like the shingles.
Yep.
Okay, Hartford Pike is 101. Good job, yeah. Okay. And you're just gonna keep it AR, correct?
Yep.
You wanna build a house there eventually?
Yes.
So there's a house there already?
On the 10 acres that's being split
10
out, that's where
acres.
Don's living and staying. He's just cutting out the frontage needed for a single home lot with the remaining 37.
Yeah, there's plenty of frontage there, I'd say.
Yes, for both lots, there is
I mean, huge.
sufficient for both lots. So the one question that we were going to ask, or that it was suggested that we ask, is would there be any intention to further build on that lot?
No, I wouldn't. To subdivide it?
For further subdivision,
Yeah.
correct?
No, I would not split that remaining lot to anything more than just a single that we're proposing here.
And there is some wetland.
That's why he's getting the land. We're not making a Kmart or a Walmart. He's gonna be the steward of that land, like I've been. That's why he's doing it. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, there are wetlands on the map. I'm not sure if you'll have a small copy of it, but there is a crossing that's pre-existing.
Everybody should have one.
Yeah, we do.
There is a pre-existing crossing. I believe it shows the rough location of a proposed dwelling. And there's plenty of room to easily build within the bounds and have a completely safe buffer beyond what they're requesting. So there shouldn't be any need to affect wetlands.
we have had a number of properties in this vicinity. And surprisingly, because it sounds like you're well aware of them.
Yeah, and there's established crosses already that need to go through it, so they shouldn't need to be addressed anytime soon, as far as like, adjusting them at all.
I believe that a farm of, what do you say, previously used farm access, even if it crosses a wetland, is still acceptable as a right of way or as a driveway or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
As a driveway, not as a road.
I spoke to DEM and they confirmed that.
Yeah.
The internet is just unstable. It keeps going in and out, but
Moving on real quick.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions from here?
Let's wait until,
Until it comes back.
yes, we can take it.
do you have the,
On our agenda, does everything have to have the internet, even the rest of our agenda?
Yeah, so I don't.
Okay, so let's just
Um,
boot that up for this.
okay, but did you, before we wanted to do preliminary and final together, right?
I would suggest requesting that the applicant request to combining preliminary and final.
Meaning that you won't have to come back here again.
Okay.
So is that what you want?
Yeah.
No, this is a lot of fun. They're dying to come back. Okay, but this is just a subdivision, it's not the.
It's a one lot subdivision or
subdivision.
two lot subdivision. The applicants requested to combine preliminary and final.
Who would like to read the motion? You can't read.
I can read. went
No,
to school.
I know you can read, but you, as the chair, you are not allowed to make the motion. Mike wants to read. Mike's our normal, but wait, is everything working?
Yes, I think it is.
Quickly, Michael.
Speak loud.
I move to grant combined preliminary and final plan approval for the proposed two-lot minor subdivision. Whereas the applicant, Amelia and Kyle Izzi, and representatives of the applicant and owners appeared before the planning board for property located at 31 Hartford Pike, being Plat 18, lot 19B, on 48.03 acres in an agricultural residential zoning district for a two-lot minor subdivision with a single-family dwelling. And whereas the application was submitted and signed by Kyle and Amelia Izzi, applicants, whereas the owners of 31 Hartford Pike, Plat 18, lot 19B, are Donald and Marilyn Hammond, whereas the planning board received reports and testimony from town departments and representatives of the applicant regarding the application, and whereas the development meets all zoning and setback requirements. Further, and whereas the minor subdivision was reviewed in context of the existing residential use and having considered the requirements of Rhode Island general laws of 1956 as amended section 45-2330, and based on the hearing conducted before the planning board and on testimony presented to the board and recommendations of the staff and review and consideration of the exhibits made part of the record and personal knowledge of the area in question. Now the approval is subject to the following conditions. Condition 1, preliminary plan approval is based on plans entitled Application for Minor Subdivision Plan for Amelia and Kyle Izzi, 31 Hartford Pike, assessors of Plat 18, lot 19B, dated May 2021, prepared and stamped and signed by Ronald Tubman, registered professional land surveyor, and marked as Town Exhibit 1 at the July 21st, 2021 Planning Board meeting. Condition 2, associated deeds shall be recorded with the final plan. Condition 3, payment in lieu of land dedication will be paid in full for one additional lot. The planning board further finds that the proposed development, subject to conditions imposed, is consistent with the comprehensive community plan and satisfactorily address the issues where there are no inconsistencies in accordance with Rhode Island General Law, section 452330. 2, is in compliance with the standards and provisions of the Foster zoning ordinance in accordance with the Rhode Island General Law, section 4524. 3, will cause no significant negative environmental impact. 4, will not create individual lots with any physical constraints to development and building on those lots according to pertinent regulations and building standards would be impracticable. And 5, is adequate and permanent physical access to a public street for the development. 6, provides for the safe circulation, adequate surface water runoff, suitable building sites, preservation of features that contribute to the attractiveness of the community, and allows for adequate delivery of municipal services. 7, minimizes flooding and soil erosion. May I have, sure, and now I'll ask for a second.
Second.
Thank you, David.
And then roll call.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mike Carpenter,
Aye.
Hillary,
Aye.
thank you, Hillary. David,
Aye.
George,
Aye. Yes.
Anthony, and me too. That motion carries 6-0.
Congratulations.
You're all set.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you have to take cookies.
I'll take one.
Torture.
You don't know what you're missing.
This way, more brownies, but I'll take a cookie.
Yeah.
I used to bake these with Helen.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay, bye.
He's had this before.
So
Who can not the exact same ones?
We will not continue the rest of the
Yeah.
meeting. As the chairman, I'm calling it like, make an executive decision. We're done.
Okay, so that needs a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
And to, I'm sorry, is there a motion to continue the other G and H to a future?
I think we can just do a motion to adjourn
We can
because
just
of the
adjourn.
internet issues.
All right, okay. So motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
See, now, there's two things I want to get on an agenda. Do I have to speak for them now? Or how do we do that?
No, I can just add them onto the agenda.
You're the chair.
Yeah.
Is that one to talk to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so George moved to adjourn at 8:15. Mike,
Second. Aye.
Hillary.
Just give her
I'm
a second.
assuming Hillary said it.
Aye.
Thank you, Hillary. David,
Aye.
George,
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
That adjournment passes